Alright, so what we have here is this iPhone 7, so we're going to have a look at it and see if you can use it today. Alright, so this is the iPhone 7 and it has 32 gigs of internal storage. I actually do use it as an alarm clock because my phone overloads when I use it. But yeah, it runs iOS 15.8.4 at the max, which is actually decent. Some apps have dropped support, but it still works perfectly fine for me. Alright, so here is the proper phone and we are getting this settings if I just go into it. Now, as you can see here, if I just go into the about here, so it is iOS 15.8.4 as I said, and it is in fact an iPhone 7. My brain is really not in gear when I do this. But anyway, yeah, the battery's near enough cooked. It's not as bad as my main phone though. That thing's on like 60% original capacity, but it still works. But yeah, so let's have a look and see if we can do anything that's actually modern. Alright, so here it is, and the menus themselves look pretty modern. Like, as you can see, compared to iOS, I'd say around 16 to 18, there's no major changes here. The only thing is that iOS 26 obviously looks different from this, but it looks different from 18 as well. But yeah, so it works perfectly fine, and it's actually snappy enough, even though this phone has a lower capacity battery and is being slowed down. But yeah, I'd honestly, if you have an older person who needs a home button phone, this is perfect. And I actually have a workaround to get YouTube working on it, and I'll show you that now. Alright, so as I said, this phone only goes up to iOS 15.8.4. So you go into YouTube, right, when you download it, and YouTube, everyone loves YouTube, everyone uses YouTube. Oh, wait, I still have Wi-Fi off. Alright, it's really hard to actually touch the buttons while looking through a camera. I don't know, maybe that's just a me thing. But anyway, when you go into YouTube, it'll work fine until you realise update required. And this update, when you go to update it, requires iOS 16 or later. But we're not out of ideas yet. So you like the convenience of the YouTube app, but the browser still works. But no, you're not going to go into Safari every time, because when you go on YouTube, you go on YouTube to be lazy. So you're going to look up YouTube, right? And you're going to click the share down at the very bottom. Oh, wait, dang pause, I must watch that later. Alright, anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. But you're going to want to click share, and then click add to home screen, and then add it. And it'll add a little bookmark of YouTube that you can use perfectly fine. It'll just redirect you to the browser. Oh, Bringus. Yeah, perfect. But we actually want to see how YouTube performs. We have to see how it raw powers through YouTube. So we're going to look at our favorite slop creator at BIOS Boot. You should subscribe to them. They sound pretty cool. But we're going to go in. As you can see, they're trying to get to 200 subs, I think, before the end of August. Go sub now. But anyway, let's try this. So, wait, I don't know why it's in such low resolution. Maybe... Wait, what? Okay, I don't know what's going on there. But let's just go into the other one. Alright, so as you can see here, YouTube playback works fine. Like, this is an iPhone 7 compared to that tiny little keyboard phone I took a look at yesterday and my old tablet I did the day before. This thing would blow both of them out of the water combined. Let me even try put the resolution up here. Okay, it's frozen, but I swear it does work properly. But trust me. Oh wait, why is it only giving me 360p? Okay, maybe using YouTube in the browser isn't the best, but you know, it's fine for just normal content consumption. But as you can see, yeah, this is working perfectly. And ooh, this guy looks subscribable. YouTube, why do you always automatically open shorts? What is this slop? Anyway, yeah, so that's YouTube on the phone, and even Amazon, stuff like that works perfectly fine as well. But I'm still not finished the video yet. I have one more thing to show you. Alright, so I'm actually going to jailbreak the phone, because jailbreaking phones basically means you can download any other app you want through IPA stores, which unlocks full customizability like on new iOS and emulators and stuff. Nintendo, stay away. So I'm going to actually be following this guy's tutorial, so if you want to follow, go ahead. Alright, so I need to download iTunes, which is really weird. I haven't done this in ages. And I have to Find My iPhone off. Alright, so I have to download this app, which allows me to run the program. Alright, so for some reason this is not working, like no matter what I do, so I'm just gonna update the phone. Alright, so I'm actually gonna use iTunes to update the phone like it's 2011. Alright, so for some reason no thing what I do will get this to work. Like, I don't know why, but it just will not work. It won't open the app, but yeah, okay. Alright, so I've just decided to use the troll store method because that one is not working. Alright, so the iPhone 7 has an A10. So I have to install, so if you go there, no, that's the 16 beta. So it's this one. No, wait, okay, what? It's this one. Alright, so after having a full argument with Windows Defender and all the files, I finally downloaded everything. Alright, so I'm going to use sideloadly now to put the troll store IPA onto the phone. If this doesn't work, I'm really going to crash out. Windows Defender, please stop. Please. Alright, so here I just have to put the troll store thing on it finally after all of this time. But Windows Defender, this phone, I swear to... Oh hey, look, Troll Store. Alright, we finally have Troll Store on the phone. So now I haven't set up any of the hacks properly, but we're going to have a look in and see what we can do with it and see if it works and all that. Alright, so the only reason why I've wanted to jailbreak an iPhone ever is to get Dolphin iOS on it, which is fully legal.
All the iOS files are got by me. I do not hereby oppose to piracy. Piracy is a very bad thing to do, which I obviously would never do.
Alright, it is officially now 9 PM and I'm doing this voiceover. I'm tired. Dolphin didn't work. Nothing worked. So if you can get it to work, jailbreaking it can be really worth it, and I want to promote that. But I literally can't because it didn't work, and also I'm too lazy to type out text right now. So yeah, time to do the color grading and the the voiceovers and half the rest of the video. So, is the iPhone 7 worth it in 2025? Yes. Honestly, if you're on a tight budget and this is your only phone, it's a perfect phone. If you use the YouTube workaround I showed you and even jailbreak it properly and, you know, learn how to use other jailbreaks, this can work perfectly, and there's probably a mod where you can put it up to iOS 17 or 16, which would also help it because it's kind of useless on iOS 15. But yeah, if you can figure out how to do that, that would be like great. And this is also a decent phone. But if you could find an iPhone 10 for the same price, I'd get that because that's just gotten cut off as support for iOS 26. But iOS 18 is still perfect and is supported fully. Alright, so if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, I beg, because I'm trying to grow this channel and it's been going really well so far. And I'm going back to school at the end of August and I'd like to be at 200 subscribers before then. But yeah, phone blocks, the boards are still coming, nothing has been really updated with that. And I have a really big video planned for tomorrow. It might be a bit later coming out. And I'm sorry that this video was very badly edited. I had to rush it because I'm trying to do a video every day before I go back to school, because it'll be like once every week if I can, because I have big exams that year. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe or else, and goodbye.